Hello everyone, you are watching sqadia.com and I am Madhur. Today we will be discussing one of the very important bones in our body, that is the humerus bone. As we will have 5 sections. In the first section we will be discussing the proximal humerus fractures, what are their clinical features, imaging and treatment, and how do we classify the proximal humerus fracture, especially in children. In the next section, we will be discussing the proximal humerus fracture classification in the case of adults, which is different as it is a near classification involving parts of the bone, that is 2-part, 3-part and 4-part fracture, and their management. In the third section, as this bone has 3 parts, there is an epiphyseal and metaphyseal part which constitutes mainly the proximal humerus, then the diaphyseal part which forms the mid shaft of the humerus, and then again the distal third of also from metaphyseal and epiphyseal part forms the distal 1/3 or the distal humerus fractures. In the third section, we're discussing mainly the middle part, that is humeral shaft fractures, its clinical features, classification, its operative and non-operative treatments, and their indications. In the fourth, we'll be going through the distal 1/3 of the humerus, that is its pathophysiology, associated injuries, prognosis, and classifications. In the last section, we will be briefly discussing the management of the distal 1/3 of the humerus fractures, and we'll also discuss what are the different methods and techniques, whether we need to do olecranon osteotomy or chevron osteotomy or not, what are the different way we can approach the elbow joint, especially posteriorly via this tricep splitting approach and tricep displacing approach, and then we'll be also briefly discussing the total elbow arthroplasty at the end. Thank you very much. Keep watching sqadia.com.